Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome back to Casa Arroyo Blanco. It's New Year's Day here in the afternoon, and I'm over at the job site. It's really quiet here today. Just to get a chance to look around without all the mayhem that's going on in construction. The past week here, I'll put a couple clips up. We've had lots of people here. Things have really been going crazy. We're into the finishing stages now. Tile is down on all the floor, if you can see through here. All the main floors are tiled, and the upstairs, lower. We're working on the bathrooms, and I'll show some video here. The bathroom walls are going in now, the showers, and all our decorative tile that we're putting in there. Okay, so here's our kitchen area. We're gonna have an island set up here with a cooktop in the middle, venting going up and over. We'll have a wall oven here and a microwave with the fridge behind. And then over here will be our dishwasher, kitchen sink, and cupboards going over the top. There'll be cupboards underneath on the island, and then a nice big island top where you can maybe sit 4, 5 people, maybe even 6, depending on what type of stools and things that you'd like to buy. And then in the back here is our utility room, and this utility room will have a washer dryer hookup available. It'll also have pantry space, storage, hot water tank for the house will all be in this area here, as well as our main breaker panel. As we come through here, we're into our dining room area. Nice table set up here for 8. It's sized so we can have a square table or a round table. 8 comfortable chairs, 2 on each side. And then you get into the living room area here. We're gonna have a nice L section, maybe another chair, TV on this wall back here, so that you have, some entertainment space. But right here in front of us, this is what we all come to Mexico for. This is what we all want. Big open views, big windows, lots of daylight. So we'll have small panel windows up above, big opening doors here that go out onto the terrace. And then you'll come out and you'll have the pool. We just changed our plan. We're putting a jacuzzi over on the other side of these blocks. We dug that in. So we'll have a jacuzzi running through, and then we'll have a waterfall off the end of the pool. And then outside here, a massive deck that's going to go all the way across the back of the house and the back of the pool. And then we'll have an area where we walk through here where we can have a doorway that'll open up out onto the deck. So we'll have a kitchen area. If you want to set up a barbecue, maybe an outdoor kitchen in the future, we'll have some utilities ran to that area. So that's easily doable. And then out to your yard where it'll be landscaped and pretty natural looking for now, which gives people opportunities to do whatever you want with the property. What we're looking for here is big and open, lots of daylight. As you come down the stairway, you can see over here, I'll walk through. You come down the stairway and it's open, it's bright. These will have doors that will open here also. And then you go through into our master bedroom downstairs. And again, daylight. This is what we're here for, the heat, the sun. This will open up and face out onto the pool, the deck. Your jacuzzi will be just here. So if you want to have a midnight jacuzzi, some nice bubbles, maybe a glass of wine, sit there before you go to bed, that'll be the place. It'll be screened off a bit and private from the side so that you'll be able to look around and just enjoy the night stars up above in your own private little oasis back here. This is a big lot by Mexican standards, by this area anyway. This is 1,000 meters, which is roughly 11,000 to 12,000 square feet, probably in that quarter acre size. Most lots that you're going to see here now in newer subdivisions are in that 450 to 600 cubic meters. So in reality, the end of your lot would be the wall of the deck, and then you'd have probably a neighbor looking in the back. Here at Serenas, they've had a little older subdivision. This has been divided probably 15, 18 years ago now. So the lots were a little bigger. It's a little more private. The houses are a little bigger, and you have lots of privacy. There's nobody to build behind you that can look in. The setbacks on either side are 2 meters. So realistically, nobody's going to build within 4 meters of you because it's regulated here. And the jungle just adds that little bit of protection and noise. The highway's far away. You don't hear much noise. And there isn't a lot of traffic. You go to Puerto Aventuras, Playa del Carmen, it's lots of traffic and lots of people. This is a very calm, very quiet area. Yet, we're 5 minutes, south to go to Akumal, 22, 24 minutes to go to Tulum. If you want to go to Puerto Aventuras, it's about 9, 10 minutes up the road, and then into Playa del Carmen, 20, 25 minutes. It's a very cool little area. that you have lots of chances to go places, especially if you have a car and don't mind driving. Once you get used to the driving here a little bit, it's not a problem. If you need a car, it's easy, accessible. You can rent cars here also. And don't forget the collectivos on the highway. If you want to just walk out a little bit to the highway, you can take a collectivo. They run up and down the highway here for about 50 pesos for a trip north to Playa del Carmen and south to Tulum. So lots of different amenities here. This house is going to have 4 bedrooms with full ensuite washrooms, being able to put king size beds in every washroom. So that's what we wanted, that, or in every bedroom, I should say, so that you can put king size beds in every bedroom. Now you might take one of those bedrooms and put some bunk beds in, or maybe, 2 doubles so that you could have maybe a family have extra people over, kids could share beds. The rooms are big enough to do that. Plus they have their own showers and washrooms, so you're not sharing. There's a powder room down here just to the other side of the kitchen behind for the local area down below here. So that also adds that you don't have to, come down and share a shower, share bathrooms with people. People seem to like that. The pool is going to be one of those pools where you can just lounge in. You're not going to dive. It'll be 5-ish feet deep, 4.5, 5. We're just getting ready to do that now. You see the foam down here. We actually overdug it a little bit, so it's a little low. So we're going to pour another skim. We're raising it a bit so that it can be kind of this nice chest height. I'm not the tallest person, but in there, you put your arms on the edge, talk to people, be around, maybe have your phone, read a book, have a drink. And then there'll be a ledge up top here where you can sit and enjoy. And then lots of space all the way around the outside that you can have lounging chairs. You can put maybe a sun lounge, or set up maybe a couple umbrellas if you don't want too much sun. We get lots of morning sun here. This is right now about 1:30 in the afternoon in December. Well, I guess January now. We're January 2026. So you're going to get sun for at least 2 more hours into this point here, and then it'll kind of rotate through as it goes west because we're facing due south this way. The ocean is that way. If you want to walk to the ocean from this house, it's about a 10-minute walk. We just go around the loop and out to the ocean. There's a spot there where it's a private members beach, or for just the residents here, that you can walk in and have a look. And then you can also walk along the beach to, go through the hotel. It's federal property. They can't stop you if you go there. You just can't use the chairs. Then if you go the other way south, you come into Yaculito Lagoon, which is a little lagoon that you can follow on the shore. They used to have a trail that's been blocked off, but you can go around the shoreline and walk in there. Great snorkeling, fishing, if you want to go in there and just see lots of fish, do some snorkeling. And that's just right here on the property. There isn't a lot of public access to it, so it's nice and serene and private. You can ride a bike around here. We have an OXXO store in close by, even a restaurant in here, La Grill. So, or the Mayan Lobster, it's called now, La Grill, Mayan Lobster. I think they go by both names. So this is what's happening. Casa Arroyo Blanco, it's New Year's. Everybody's off today. They're back tomorrow. The second, they're going to work Friday, Saturday. And we're hoping to have this deck all in the next week. So we'll have all the rough-ins done. Then the next will be concreted. It'll all be fully concreted. So it'll be suspended concrete deck. And then we'll do what's called a PebbleTech finish on the top. So it's not tile. Tile gets very hot and can get slippery. Tile, absorbs the heat and holds it. This PebbleTech finish, I have it on my personal house, which is just around the corner here at Serenas, and it is non-slippery, but it also does not get super hot on your feet. So you can walk on it in bare feet in the middle of the afternoon and not have too many worries about, kids burning their feet or slipping because it's slippery. So it's a very enjoyable surface. Plus you can go multi-surface colors. You can get sparkly. You can go a little darker or lighter. Just depends on what you like. So this is what's happening. The house is coming fast. We've already had our windows package is basically done, just waiting for the last little bit of concrete work to be done on the inside, some of the walls, the plastering and finishing, some of the stuff you see here so we don't get splatter and dust and dirt on it. And also the carpenters for the wood and millwork, they've already been here and measured everything up. So that's coming rapidly. So as soon as everything else goes in, the doors, and then all the trim work will start. We're figuring, keep your fingers crossed, this is a custom build. Somewhere around end of February, early March, this house will be totally complete and ready for people to come and live in. So if you're interested in buying a house in Mexico, we're going to have one for sale anytime. If you want to come make an offer now, talk to us about it. Get a hold of me because this is available and you can pick some finishes, colors, things like that. Or once we're done, it'll be available for sale also, and then we'll go from there. So thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us on these YouTube videos. It's been kind of fun for me to document the process going on. And it's also, I like to document it for people who maybe are thinking about building a house, wondering about living in Mexico or a foreign country, what it's about. It's not the same as Canada or the US, but it's not that much different either. There's just some things that you have to work through the system. Language, if you spoke Spanish, it's really good, but you don't need to speak Spanish too much in this area. You can get by with Google Translate, and there's a lot of people that speak English for most services or understand enough. And again, Google Translate or a Translate app really goes a long way for those times where you're just not quite sure or they're not quite sure. Again, I always think I should know more Spanish. I'm in a Spanish country. It's just I'm getting older and my brain's getting harder to learn. So it gets tougher, but every day I think we live here, we learn a little bit more and a little bit more, and it becomes just a little bit easier. A few phrases you add on and just keep trying. Most people, if you're trying, they actually help you coach it and maybe laugh at you a little bit, but do actually want to help. So again, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming and seeing us. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, how about thinking about subscribing? Because what that does is get pushed out to more people. If you like the video, if you make a comment, it allows the YouTube algorithms, and I'm not a big YouTuber, I don't know anything about that too much, but it does from everybody that I talk to, enable to get out to a wider, bigger audience. So think about doing that if you have a chance. Really appreciate it. And again, if you like any more information, send us a comment down below in the comment section, or go to our website, casaarroyoblanco.com. I'll put it up on the screen, and you can actually get a hold of us through our email and WhatsApp links on that, and we can give you more information about what we're doing with the house on the sales side, etc. if you'd like any more to dive in. So thanks once again, and everybody have a great 2026. We're looking forward to lots of positive things in 26 going forward, and hopefully it's a better year than 2025. Thank you.